a long time ago. Vending machines should be back soon. I want the minigun. No, I want the minigun. Bro, this game is so stupid. I'm gonna change my skin. Guys, I'm gonna change my skin just because I want to. For this event, I'm gonna change it to ocean with this back one. I think that looks pretty good in my opinion. That looks pretty good. I like that. But I'm gonna boo. But I think it's supposed to be like technically a movie. There it is, there it is. Alright. Settings. Sound effects. At 100. I did not want to do that. I'm going. Because it's no.
18-year-old boy or girl off to die. And that has to be something that's much, much deeper than policy. Much, much deeper than the human condition in the last 500 years.
Boo.
You have to get back to that. So that's my humble opinion. I don't know, where that takes white America.
Here, eat this burger. Eat this burger. Here, eat this burger.
Mike, we've been having this great conversation. And a lot of people watching, they probably want to know.
Take it up your nose.
Because again, these things happen in flashes. Where 1 minute we're talking about this, everybody's fired up, everybody's willing to do things, and then next minute the momentum dies. So how can the people who are watching now, how can they keep this conversation, this action, this momentum going?
Please don't say my name. That would be creepy.
Get 8 to 10 people around you, your neighbors and people who live within 10 square miles, and start to see what you can do to affect. And then connect with other people.
Nobody else is in the event.
30, 40, 50 miles, even another city or places that are doing it right. That are doing it right in other places. Connect with those people. And just, if all of us do a little, no one has to do a lot. If all of us do a little, if all of us pick a little to do, no one will have to do a lot.
That's a word right there. If we all do a little bit, nobody has to do a lot.
Eat that.
Nobody has to do a lot. Mike, I have enjoyed this conversation. Like I enjoy every conversation with you. I can certainly talk to you. Yes, it is mutual. The mutual respect and love of society right here. Thank you, and more importantly, thank you for everything you do on the ground. There's so many people. I mean, I knew that you tell the truth the way it needs to be told, but a lot of people during this time of crisis have been exposed to you and understand that. I mean, you really are for the people.
What the?
This is
he did a glitch. He did the glitch.
This is you all day long. So thank you for all the work and all the inspiration, all the words, everything that you're adding to this conversation, and more importantly to this action. With that said, we have to say goodbye, but we don't have to get out of here just yet, because I'm gonna toss this on to my brother Van Jewel, who can take it from here.
Oh. Hey.
Jamel and I, we spent the past hour, we've been talking to Killer Mike, we've been talking to Elaine Walteroth. We also got a chance to see that amazing video from Lil Baby. Jamel, what did you get from your conversation with Killer Mike? And more importantly to me, what do you make of this moment that we're in?
The one thing you can always expect from Killer Mike is blunt honesty. I think that's why a lot of people look at him as a really credible voice right now. He's honest about what he knows and honest about what he doesn't know. So I think when you have those elements, that's going to always make for a pretty good conversation. I'm with you. I mean, this moment at the same time is welcome.
What the?
It's also a little bit surreal in terms of what took us so long to get here, to make sure that we're not always starting from ground zero every time we have to have a significant conversation about race in this country.
Why do you think it's different this time? Because I mean, there have been videos before, and yet people still now act like they're shocked. Help me understand what's different this time from your point of view. What's your theory?
It's two things that I think stood out about the George Floyd video. One, there was no yeah but. And granted, in my mind, we've seen videos where there was no yeah but people nevertheless invented a yeah but. But in this one, there really wasn't one. Even if you were Stretch Armstrong trying to stretch and find one, there just wasn't one. What always has stuck with me is the look on this officer's face as he was kneeling on George Floyd's neck. It was so cold. It was as if this were Thursday. And he showed such a little emotion, remorse, any emotion you want to name. He didn't show any of that as he killed a man in the middle of the street with bystanders looking on. So I think that situation, coupled with the fact we had already been reeling from Ahmaud Arbery, we had already been reeling from Breonna
You can read the words from right here.
And even though
Mom,
the situation
you can read the words
wasn't
from right
fatal,
here.
there was definitely a storm of frustration at what happened with Christian Cooper. So this all together leads us to this moment where finally even the most adamant naysayers who wanted to pretend as if this wasn't a structural problem, what could they say? I mean, there was nothing else that could be said, and I think everybody who was already fed up decided now is the moment, now is the time. The world has slowed down.
Bro, I'm
because
just
of
gonna be on a crash pad.
If we are going to address this, this needs to happen now.
I've never seen 20, 30 million white people asking black people for leadership. That's interesting because they start, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Google is a powerful tool. I don't know. I'm realizing now, though, that this is an honest question. How do you think that we as African Americans and our allies can rise to meet a moment like this and actually
can you watch it from the back?
We may actually have a couple million new allies, and how do we deal with that? That's new for us.
I'm glad you used the word leadership because there's a difference between us being put in a leadership position and us being put in an educational position.
Finally.
The educational part, we are long past, right? we don't have to be educating anybody else about race. We're not here to soothe you. We're not here to make you feel better. But leadership is something different. And it looks different depending on how you want us to take that leadership. Certainly, we are accustomed to being a voice on these issues. We're accustomed to setting the agenda. It's fine if we continue to lead in that direction. I think what we're looking for is if this were, a relay race, we want to pass the baton.
Let's go.
And we want you to be able to say, okay, here's what we've been feeling about this issue. Here's what needs to happen to change it. The other part of this race is that you got to be willing to run it just as hard and as fast as we are. Because if you're not, that's why we remain stuck in the flying pattern that we've been in for hundreds of years and decades as we've tried to reconcile this issue. So we have to figure out what is the most useful way of allyship. We see a lot of people throwing statements around. We see a lot of people throwing money around. We need that to be a focused effort, and more importantly, to be vocal about it. I can't take any more double-sidedness. There can be no more other-siderisms, if I may make up a word, meaning that you give over here and you're a company that is like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, except for in my boardroom, where they don't, or except for my organizational chart, where they don't. So I'm done with that, right? That's great. Charity's great. Charity doesn't change structural racism, right? What changes it is when you actively look in your building and ask, why aren't there more Black people in this building, in this boardroom, in this C-suite? So the allies that we have, what you can do, change the structure and cultures of your companies, of your businesses, of wherever it is you have influence. Start there.
The thing I try to tell people
just went through the screen.
It puts us in a no-win situation. I want our white sisters and brothers to be better educated and to care more, but I don't want to have to bear the burden of trying to teach and educate all the time. The reason you pay tuition is because it's costly to educate someone. You coming up to me and saying, educate me, that's costly to me emotionally and from a time point of view. Also, I think we have to be very honest. Nobody would go up to somebody and say, teach me Russian in 5 minutes. And by the way, make me feel good about it. But I mean, you like, hold on a second. Like, you want me to teach you about racism, which is the history of race in America is just as complicated as Russian. And you want me to teach you that in 5 minutes. And also, if I make you feel bad about it in any way, now I got to be your therapist too. And like you said, soothe you or whatever. That's got to stop. I would love for somebody to come to me and say, I made my whole family watch the 13th and read The New Jim Crow and read White Fragility. And we had a question on page 52. Now, hey, we can have that conversation all day long because you're doing your homework, but don't flop on me like you never heard of Google. If you wanted to know about cryptocurrencies or whatever, you find that stuff out before any Black person ever heard of it. So I'm sure you can educate yourself about anything you want to know. I have to say something to you because I've never gotten a chance to talk to you. I feel like I know you.
Well, come
I'm
over
such
here,
a big, mad, crazy Stan and fan. But I love you to death. I just am so proud of you. I'm saying proud of you almost as Patrick. I am so proud that you exist. Where do you find the strength to continue to do what you're doing and say what you're saying, even in the face of opposition, to the point where now the whole world has to listen to you? Where did you find the strength when they weren't listening?
You know, I guess maybe this is just part of the Black woman's condition, is that we don't know any other way. And most of us, I come from a line of Black women who were just like this. My mother's like this. My grandmother was like this, where it's the old phrase we've all used as Black people, making a way out of no way. And or even till they hear you, you know what I'm saying? Is that because the opposite, to do the opposite of that is what? Is that I can't even afford to do that. I don't know any other mode but to fight for what's right, but to try to stand on the right side of history, but to speak for people who don't have a voice or a platform as large as mine, because somebody did it for me.
What advice do you have for people who want to have these conversations, maybe not as well spoken, not as well read as you might be, but who really are sincere and want to have a conversation?
I think you have to start from a point of honesty and being real about what some of your beliefs, prejudice, biases are, where they come from, why you learned them. I think if you take anything else beyond race, as we get older, we do a whole lot of unlearning. Young folks, when you get to like your 30s, you do a whole lot of that, right? But yeah, my advice is to always start from a point of truth and honesty and self-awareness. And you'd be surprised what you can get accomplished just by digging into those things. I mean, if you know you come from a racist background, or if you come from where race was talking about a certain way, be honest about what those conversations were and what they taught you. And ask yourself, is this the kind of person that you really want to be?
Yeah, I feel like there's a 21st century mindset and a 21st century skill set that, everybody's going to need a mindset of empathy. I mean, we're going to be dealing with people, every color, flavor, every kind of human being ever born. We all have to deal with each other now because of the internet, because of just the world economy. You're going to be competing against people in China and Nigeria. That's just the world. So you have to have a mindset of empathy to really try to understand where people are coming from. You have to have a skill set of listening. If you understand this conversation, you can talk to Black folk and brown folk and Muslims, everybody else. So we're trying to confer a benefit to you. We're trying to make you better. It'll make my life better, but it'll make your life better too. Now, what charity are you supporting?
Well, as some people can maybe see my T-shirt, it says "Support Black Journalists." Right? The lack of still Black journalists in most newsrooms is pretty appalling. What changed my life and what got me really on the right path in this business was being a member of the National Association of Black Journalists. NABJ is the largest minority journalism organization in the country. The development, the networking, job fair, internships, scholarships, what happens there has changed lives. It changed a lot of people's careers. I mean, people like you, Van, and everybody you want to think of, Roland Martin, Soledad O'Brien. It's just a number of people, Michael Wilbon, that are a part of this organization and have been able to build legacies there. And so it's on us to, again, usher in this next generation of young journalists who, I get it right now, feeling really discouraged when they look at not just what a lot of newsrooms look like, a lot of networks look like, but also we're under the under the shadow of a pandemic right now. So there's a lot of journalists who have lost their jobs. A lot of companies are downsizing. They need a reason to believe and be in this business. And so NABJ has done so much for my career and continues to do that for others. So that's the charity that I support. That's the organization that has changed my life and that of many others.
He's trying to hook me. Nah, Cuddy, I don't prefer that. I want to hook you.
NABJ is a beautiful organization. I've got
come here, boy.
Support as well. But what I want to say to you is just thank you for your light, for your leadership, for your courage, for your entrepreneurship, for your T-shirts and all that type of stuff. Make sure to support the sister businesses, and let's keep this conversation going. Much love to you.
Thank you, man. This is a pleasure.
Hey.
I got good news for you. I got bad news.
That was sick.
The good news is that people are activating all around the world, all across the planet for change.
There's so much
that is a powerful moment. Here's the bad news. Unfortunately, This is not a one answer fixes everything situation. We're talking about systemic problems, which means it's not just one law or one person. You need 360 degrees of change to shift to get the outcome that's right. But we can get there if we keep talking, if we keep working, if we keep building. And if we do that, we can reshape America. That can be done. It's been done in the past. We can move the whole world in a better direction. So I hope that your cell phone right now is full of screenshots of these tools that we've been trying to give you to continue taking action from this virtual town hall. When this stream ends, the conversation should not end. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep going. You're in an important moment in history. And what you do is going to determine the outcome. 2020 is going to be talked about for 20 years, 100 years, maybe 1,000 years. But the future's not written. It's up to what you and I do and what you and I decide is going to happen. So I want to give a special thanks to the powerful voices that we've had: Elaine Welteroth, Killer Mike, Jamel Hill. Make sure you visit 50percentpledge.org to learn more about the power of money. Also visit my organization, reformalliance.com. We're trying to make a change. Let's be about it, not just talk about it. I'm Van.
Hey, here's the music again. I love this. This is sick. I like the beat. We the people. Wait. United Presence. Presence.org. What the? That's the end? Nah. There has to be more. There has to. Nah, you kidding? Then what's gonna happen after, brother? What? That was sick. That was. Wait. Nah. Wait, did they change it? I think they changed it. Bruh, I grappled you. Nah, bruh. This is so stupid. Is everybody gonna get yeeted out of the game? Like, brother. I got an orange paintball launcher. Let's go. Let's go. We should go ramen nose. Let's go. We should go ramen nose. What a drop it, I got it. What a drop it. I want this. I'm gonna want anything. I gotta get up right now. Get silent, let my head stop. Put a 48 I think I gotta get up right now. Oh my god, that was so sick. Ripped it, don't care. Stay mad, huh? What the? Water looks so different. Oh my god, you stupid default. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't understand what the heck is up with the stupid default. What the heck is up with the stupid default? I don't know get it at all. What the heck is up with the stupid default? What the heck is happening with the stupid default? Let me get out of the bus. What are those widows? Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. little boy. Boy, now get your big ol' head. Guapo. 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 I want to be Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man. But I obviously need one of these. Because I'm Spider-Man. When I get the engineer skin, I'm gonna wear it. You gotta wear your new skins, you know? Like, you can't just waste them. That would be stupid. Stupid if you do. I'm not even on. I barely play on this account, so yeah, I might not have added a to do it. What the heck is a button? What the heck is a button? What the heck? What the heck is that? But Party Royale. I didn't even know that you got walk out it. I didn't know. Dang it. You know me that I'm not enough. Not enough. She called me out of. Hey, what skin is that? It's an orange default. The orange ocean. But they need to bring this into the game. This would be so sick. Bye, have a good time. Orange default. Cannot have an alt account. There's no way he just tried to flex his super skin. We just study default. Got it up, but what did it up? I got it out of me. Dee 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 dee. This skin was made with the default inside. I just know. Da 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 da. I just took a default skin and put it where I never get. And then made it out of a skin and the double units of the middle. So the middle. These ones, not that easy, but they're pretty easy. Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. Glider drop. No. Plus 6 seconds. Easy. Easy. Rank A, let's go. Best place? Let's go. Let's go. You set a record, bro. Set a record, boys. Yeah, boy. Coronavirus. For 7 days that I've been using this account. There's a deal. So it's great, just familiar, opinion. I have energy ammo. If you guys did not know that, that's in Save the World, so that's how I know what it is. I'm not a dumb like a bubble gum dumb. Shut your bubble gum dumb. Bubble gum dum. Bubble gum dum. I'm getting ammo from it. So yeah. The thing above me is energy ammo. This looks different. Let's get it to like 100. Like that. Like 102. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I guess it is fine by opinion. I guess it is fine by opinion. Just fighting in my mind, just joking. 21 minutes until I got so what's and I got a black and slaughter. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. This is the part I have to above, down to the this is the best in a test. Wait, what the? Wait, I'm taking damage? I did not know you could take damage. Crouch. Bro, this thing is shoots so fast. It shoots faster than chicken nuggets, bro. Wait, it shoots faster than what the heck? That doesn't make any sense at all. Are you still there? This is the best. I don't even know the words to this stupid song. Cause it looks like a dong dong, ding dong. I can't even talk at all. I can't talk. No, a stupid falling. Space is the best. And I'll need it. This game is stupid. You do it? Is that what you do? What? Oh, you do parkour. I hate parkour so much, but it's stupid. How did somebody beat that? Bro, this game is so stupid. I hate it. This should die. I'm joking. People quitting every day. Rocket rides, good stuff. We love Fortnite. Fortnite's kinda dying, but we play the game until we started dying. Fortnite's kinda dying, but we play the game until we started dying. My brother is a dum-dum, and oh, he started trying. Boom. Rocket rides, good snipes, we love Fortnite. I remember this parkour. So you try and get up to here, and then, yeah. Rocket rides, good snipes, we love Fortnite. Go like this. I thought it was the other way, and then boom, boom, bam, bada bop, boom, pow, boom, bam. Why is that chicken holding a fork? Oh, that's a spoon. Wait, what the heck is that called? I forgot. A spatula. Oh, yeah. A spatula. I'm accepting everybody's friend request. Only people who friend request me. 25 people members. 25 members, team members, team members. This kid just added me. Why in the heck did this kid add me? Is it just because I'm probably the only one that has a skin? I mean, wearing it? Bro, who wears the cycle skin? It's so new to me. Bro, I can't even talk about that skin. It's so trash. My opinion. Bro, Golf! Oh my god. I love Golf. I wish I had him. Imagine if I find SM Ryan. If you guys do not know him, he's all the way in Texas videos all the time and dynamic and open those and I'll do all of my new friends on this day. What the heck is even happening? Where is this kid? Ooh, I think you're supposed to go like this. Dang it. This game is so booty. It eats booty. 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 And it eats booty. And it's booty. And it's, this game is so booty that it eats booty. I'm just kidding. Even though you're gonna go flee, my may flee. Under pressure, fucking pressure. I'm gonna end the broadcast right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. A bigger talkie walkie.